One of the biggest things that I find the Precast Studio has brought to my teaching in architecture is the relationships that we build with the industry, and also with the bringing partners from architectural practice and bringing the knowledge to them. So finding these connections that I've been able to build between architects, professional architects, and industry, and bring them all together along with students, and enriches that experience. In the past, I've always tried to find students that do intellectual work within the confines of academia and how to apply it in a real world scenario. One of the things that I have found through this studio is actually that we're doing projects that are going to be eventually being built in reality. We pick projects from, in the particular case of the Architecture for Diplomacy, real potential buildings that architects are going to be building in the future in the next 5 or 10 years. I think for the students, the main takeaway would be an incredible experience that they will not have otherwise. The relationships that we build with the industry, with partners in architectural practice, with engineers, and the exposure that the students have to all of them will enrich their educational experience that they have here. We also do travel, and we also are working with other architects in Washington, D.C., as well as the architects from the State Department. And I think all this combination really enriches the experience in the studio. In addition to that, we also expose the students to engineers and other professions, and they also get a chance to talk to former students that help them as well navigate through this process. I think that the biggest benefit is that they get to see what architects might be doing in the future, and they start building relationships with professionals, and in particular with the industry, that they can use as a resource when they become future practicing professionals. One thing that I've had from former students is that when they talk to the industry as well, they're able to have someone on the other side that they can call and they can trust. When we started this project, we had a lot of desire to be very ambitious, and the studio has grown dramatically over the last 4 or 5 years. We have built solid relationships with practicing architects and with the industry. Students are now being sought to actually work in such environments. In particular, I had one of my students who was offered a job at the end of our studio when she graduated with one of the partners that we team up with. I think we have grown in ambition. We have also grown in the kinds of projects that we do, much more complex, much more richer. I think students really benefit from being exposed to projects that are way beyond of what they initially imagined. I think that complexity of the projects also gets them exposed to what they're going to be doing in the real life as practicing architects.